Week 8 of the NFL season. We're here to give some power rankings. So we got the top five teams in the NFL entering week 8.
I'll start with I'll go from 5 to 1. So my
Right.
number five, Houston Texans.
Mm.
They're 5-2. They've had a couple sloppy games where they let the other team come back last week. They lost on a field goal at the last second. Could have easily, should have easily, not maybe should have easily, but definitely could have won that game. Number four, I got actually the Washington Commanders as
Oh,
Jaden Daniels. Uh, their defense is top notch this year. They got Dan Quinn as their head coach. Came over from Dallas as their D coordinator, so he's running shit well over there. Jaden Daniels is, depending on who you ask, is in the MVP conversation. Believe it or not, they're fucking flying high right now. So number three, I'm going with Minnesota, who's currently playing right now. They lost last week too on a last second field goal, which they could have probably won that game if they
no,
would have
they
just played a
could
little bit of defense in the last
have.
fucking drive from
Couldn't.
Detroit. But anyways, Sam Darnold's playing very well. Jefferson is obviously the best receiver, one of the best receivers in the league. So that's who I got. So number two, who I got your Detroit Lions, Jordan. They are picking up where they left off last year, and they're looking pretty fucking good. I think that they have a good shot to hit the Super Bowl this year. I really think so. I think Dan Campbell will learn from his mistakes from last year with going the analytics and running, try to go forward on fourth and short, and he might still do it, but just might not. He might
He
come up
will.
with a better scheme to get those first downs. So I have them at number two. Number one, the undefeated team, the only undefeated team in the league, Kansas City Chiefs. I know it's been sloppy. Patrick Mahomes hasn't been playing his best. Travis Kelsey hasn't been playing his best. But what I seem to notice is we've grown accustomed to them being top notch every single year, every game. Last year
No question.
in the playoffs, they were on the road the whole time. A couple years ago, they were at home the whole time. They've went through every possible scenario that you can think of, aside from just being mediocre. So, me personally, I think they're just game managing right now until the
They are.
time comes, and then that's when they're going to kick it in up another notch because they know people are coming for them for sure because they're already two-time champ, and they don't want them to get the three-peat. So, I think until someone beats them, that's who I got to be my number one.
All
Very
right.
good list. Very good
Fair
list.
enough. It's a little shocking to me, but go ahead, continue.
hmm hmm All right, number five, I got the Green Bay Packers.
Mm.
Green Bay has been handling the business on the running the ball. Jordan Love has been handling business. Even when Malik Willis was in there, whatever, the offense still thrived. So I got to give a big shout out to Green Bay right now at 5-2. Number four, I got to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh's
Mm.
defense, Pittsburgh's defense has been lights out. They even got the undrafted Ricky
West
Booker. I
Virginia
think.
guy,
Yeah, so yeah, he had two
the
touchdowns.
beanie.
One Beanie, that's it. Beanie
Yeah,
Brown,
yes,
Beanie Brown Jr. I
sir.
believe it is.
West Virginia,
Man,
baby.
undrafted free agent. Man, this man caught two interceptions, ran one back for a touchdown. Man, and they took out your boy and they put in Russ, and Russ freaking he held it down. So 5-2, them boys looking real good. There's a couple games that they could have lost, and they still pulled it out. So I got those boys at number four. Number three,
Mm-hmm.
I got Baltimore Ravens.
Mm.
Baltimore Ravens. They showing
Valid.
everything. They showing that they can handle business. They can run the ball however they want to, and they showed us that they can throw the ball too. Because I thought the throwing was going to be the passing game was going to be the weak link on that stuff. Man, it came out to be strong, and they showed out.
No
Hmm.
question.
Yep. Number two, I got the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions
Thank
number
you.
two. Detroit Lions number two. They definitely strong in the run game. Jared Goff been having the best season. Him
of
and
his fucking life.
bro. So Stephen A was going off with somebody talking about, is Jared Goff having an MVP season or is Lamar Jackson having an MVP season? Which I didn't think about, but he had a couple perfect games. You know, like for real, like eight
Eight,
incompletions.
18 for 18.
Right, he had
Mm-hmm.
that game. Then he went like 22 for 25, like the last
Yeah.
game. So he's definitely top tier right now. You know, so I didn't think as good as Lamar Jackson, but he's right up there. Plus the run game is solid. They're doing everything they need to do. And then number one got to be
KC.
KC. It got to be
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
KC. I didn't put Minnesota in there, and they could have been at number 3 or 4, but that loss to the Lions, whatever, kind of dropped them down a little bit for me. Even though y'all was the better team at the time, it just dropped them right outside of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That was
That
my that was my thing, because I felt like they should have won that game. They should have, and
Hmm.
I would have had them at the top, but I think they had dropped like
sure.
5, 6 spots just with that loss, just the way how they lost it.
I think if definitely if Minnesota would have beat the Lions, we'd have to put them at 1
Put them at
right
one.
now
I would
because they'd
have
be
to.
undefeated and they've had
Hmm.
you just beat the division rival Lions, who are a top team as well, and
Right.
et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, I like your list, Sam. I really do. Wes, your list is not bad. What surprised me about your list is you didn't have the Ravens on there. That's
Yeah,
why I said I
yeah.
was shocking.
I
I'm
just
like,
don't trust them.
whoa.
I don't trust them.
I mean, that's fair. I'll
Fair.
piggyback off your list, Sam, because we had a lot of similarities. Number 5, I have the Green Bay Packers, as you did.
Hmm.
5-2 right now. They've won their last 3 games, but they could easily be 6-1 right now. If Love didn't go down in that season opener versus Philly, I think they win that game in
They would have
Brazil
won.
because Love was getting in their ass, bro. They could
Man,
not
Yeah.
that
stop nothing. They couldn't stop nothing.
that field was
So
so awful, bro. That's what happened.
Overseas, wasn't it? Brazil or
yeah,
some
Yep,
shit?
Brazil.
yeah,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
in Brazil on that shitty field, and they were slip sliding. But anyway, and Green Bay, in 4 out of their 7 games that they've played this year, they've held their opponents under 20 points, bro. Their
Hmm.
defense is on point right now. They have an elite corner, they have elite pass rusher, they have elite. I mean, they're good, bro. Their defense is good, bro.
Everywhere on
So,
point.
and they haven't had a bye week yet. You know what I mean? They've been to London, they've been back. They're 2-0 without Jordan Love with
Hmm.
Malik. So
Hmm.
it's like they're for real.
Right.
They're and the reason I didn't have Minnesota on my top 5, I put them there instead because they're better overall team than Minnesota is. They're better overall. They're a more balanced team,
Right.
and quarterback positioning, man. Like,
Yep.
it's that simple. So Green Bay Packers at number 5. Number 4, I have the Buffalo Bills at 5-2. Josh Allen, bro, 1,400 yards passing so far this year, 12 touchdowns and no interceptions. They just added Amari Cooper. Plug and play is the philosophy when you're with
Hmm.
Buffalo. No matter the
Right.
injuries, your top
And got him
defenders,
one.
Milano goes out, you lose all your key guys, and dude, it doesn't matter. They plug, they play. Sean McDermott knows football, and Josh
Does.
Allen is going to take games over. That's why he's an MVP, legit MVP candidate every year
Yep.
because he's going to win games. They ain't going to lose no more than 4-5 games on the
At the
worst
most.
years. So yeah, they're gonna be fine. I got them at number 4. Number
Okay.
3, the Detroit Lions.
Really?
Wow.
Yes. Obviously, I believe that we are a top tier team in the NFL. However, I just feel like that the defense still will ultimately suffer in the long run without their leader, Aiden Hutchinson. And it is going to be a tough division battle. We have one of the strongest, probably the strongest division in football right now. And I don't know about heading forward, but all the defenses in that division are good. The Lions have the weakest defense in that division. So I mean, it's just overall, I look at it from an overall standpoint. The Lions doing obviously Jared Goff, like you reiterated, doing magical things, but overall, these 2 teams that I have ahead of them right now, I feel like are stronger than them. And luckily for me as a Lions fans, we wouldn't have to deal with them until the Super Bowl if we reach them.
Hmm.
Leads me to number 2 is the Baltimore Ravens.
Hmm.
They are so good offensively, bro. It's just they're gonna score at will, and that's just you can't stop it. They're
Woo.
unstoppable. Number 1 rushing attack in football. Lamar playing some of the best football of his life right now. You cannot stop them.
Easy work.
They started 0-2 this year. They've won 5 straight. I mean, they're rolling right now. They're absolutely rolling, and I don't see any signs of them stopping now. Adding Henry and all them boys, Zay Flowers are 2 crucial tight ends. Well, likely is more beneficial now, but Andrews get back in the swing of things.
Yep.
I don't know if he's ever going to be quite the same again after the injury. But dude, the Ravens are strong, best rushing defense in the league too. They got problems when it comes to passing on them, but still, I mean, they're a top team. Second strongest team in football right now. And obviously, number one, I got to go with the 6-0 Kansas City Chiefs, man.
Yep.
They find ways to win games despite injuries. And especially when they get the lack of production from their star players and Travis Kelce, who has yet to catch a touchdown this year and so forth. And obviously Pacheco being out and hurt and Ranchi Rice going out for the season. So, like you said, they're managing the games. They're just trying to get to the playoffs so then they could turn it on and then go
Right.
all out, from there. They're trying to, somewhat coast to get there, but still, they're the strongest team, number one in the power rankings entering week 8 in the NFL.
Yep. Hell yeah.
There y'all have it. Who y'all got in the Power 5? Comment your Power 5 top NFL teams entering week 8 right now. Comment in the thread.